Hey everyone, welcome back. And no, you are not seeing things. I am clean shaven. No, you did not miss a video. No, I did not forget to upload a video. Goatee just came off one night kind of on a whim. I shaved, I was looking at the goatee and trimmed up a little bit. It just didn't look right, so I decided to take it off. Didn't record it, sorry. Anyway, tonight's shave is going to be with the soap that I haven't used for a little bit, which sucks because it's really good soap. That is Central Texas Soapworks Hill Country Dew. And they say it smells like Mountain Dew. I kind of get more of a 7-Up vibe from it. Definitely get the effervescence, the lemon and lime. I mean, maybe a Diet Mountain Dew? If that's... I mean, it doesn't smell bad. I really like this scent. And the performance is really good too. Central Texas Soapworks is just not one you see a whole lot mentioned very frequently. So just kind of looking through stuff I haven't used for a little bit and thought I'd break out some Hill Country Dew. The brush is the Craving Shaving Deadpool because that's what my middle son chose for tonight. He asked, I said, sure. So we're gonna go with Deadpool. The lather's been whipped up in my awesome D.R. Harris ceramic lather bowl. And the eraser, once again, it's going to be the Henson on medium. Why am I using the Henson 2 videos in a row? Because one, I like the Henson. And two, now that I'm clean shaven, I wanted to really test it under the nostrils and that area that I didn't do on my first video with the Henson. This is really good lather. Really good stuff. Shame you don't see Central Texas used a whole lot or mentioned a whole lot. It really is good lather. All right, now, as I mentioned, I'm using the Henson. This has a brand new Persona Lab Blue, whatever, in the British packaging. Still, that angle. It's different. I like it. It's hard to tell if it's cutting. Especially the first few slides when the lather's a little bit thicker. I can hear it now. I was going over my first video with this, my last video with this, because that was my first video doing this. It had a lot of audio feedback. And I've watched other people like CDB and that use theirs, and made me kind of think maybe I'm holding the angle wrong. I'm kind of doing more writing the bottom cap versus writing the head, like I think you're supposed to do with the Henson. I don't know, either way, I know last time I got a really dang good shave with this. Surprised me with how great it lasts, and it lasted a long time too. It was a long lasting shave, and I felt it the next day, and it was not much double left. Seems to be doing under the nose fairly well. Again, the blade's way down here in the head, but this has nothing on razors like the Futur, and have a much fatter head, or even like the Rockwell 6, the 6S, 6C with their base plates. This is just a nice, comfortable, smooth shaver. I really like this. The handle has a nice little knurling on it as well. It also has Henson near the top there. You can't see it because it's all black. I do quite enjoy this razor. I'm glad I was able to get one. A big thank you to Grown Man Shave for the razor as well. That's a nice first pass. Quite excellent first pass. So, in the description of the video, I mentioned there's going to be a channel update. For those that have been watching the past few videos, well, not my last video with the Henson, but the video before that, I mentioned I kind of hurt my back. And it's not getting any better. So I don't think I've really mentioned it or talked about it much on the channel, but about 10 years ago or so, I had my L5 and S1 fused because the meniscus between the discs was pushed out so far as pushing on my sciatic nerve on my left side. So there was nothing between the discs on my L5 and S1. It was just bone on bone. The meniscus, or the little sac that cushions between your vertebrae, that was pushing against a nerve in my lower back, which was causing my severe pain in my legs. So I had that done about 11 years ago. And it wasn't from any like sports related injury or doing something stupid. I was showing the driveway one day and I was following all proper lifting techniques. Went to stand up and I couldn't stand up straight. So I went and, ice and lie down and went on about it, and it didn't get better for a while. Went to the doctors and did the MRI and the meds and the scans, and ended up, after a year, having to do the fusion. And when I had the fusion done, or I was talking to the surgeon, he mentioned that it's a potential, especially with how young I was at the time, you can find the fusion done, that in about 7 to 11, 12, 10 years, something like that, the vertebrae, the levels below or above, might also fail. Because we are taking what should be a normal joint, because your spine is a joint, it moves, that should be moving, and you're taking it and you're removing the part in between that allows it to flex, and you're putting some other stuff and forcing bone to grow together and making two bones become one, and you're losing that mobility. And the doctor said, or the surgeon said, it does happen, especially with younger patients, that in 7 to 10 or 11 years, something like that, that you may start to know some pain in your back again, because your other vertebrae, either levels below or above or below, are kind of compensating with additional movement, because that area is no longer moving. It was no longer allowed to move freely. So, and I'm not going to say that I babied my back because of that stuff, but I've never been one to go out and like tackle football and be super active and everything. I just flew around and worked in hospitals, and I spent enough time in hospitals and didn't want to be there as a patient as well. So I kind of knew what activities to avoid and everything to not overdo my back. But I was still able to go out and be active and enjoy life. So it wasn't like I'm sitting at home when I wasn't traveling and being a couch potato, because that's not the the truth either. But I was out, and I've been doing stuff that's, you know, paintball, laser tag, airsoft. Been doing that for numerous years. And, you know, I know what to do and not to push myself when I go out and play. A few weeks ago, first Friday of the month, we had an event and a little bit lower than normal turnout. And that was right before spring break for us here, so understandable. But because of the lower turnout, we were able to do some different kinds of gameplay. And one of them was, you know, we were in one of the arenas and we did one-on-one. So if the person who got tagged out rotated out, and then, you know, winner stayed, next person came in. Well, I was one of the first ones to go in. I was the first. And made it through everyone else that was there, that was left. So it was about 11 people or so by the time we started doing this. Made it through everyone to the last person. I basically went through everyone, got them out, which, you know, made me run and bend over more than I usually do when I play in. But I was able to play that night, no pain. The next day, Saturday, nothing. Next Sunday, though, it was agonizing. And, you know, I was like, all right, let's just take it easy today. Maybe we just overdid a little bit. So we're just gonna kind of relax and see how it goes. Monday didn't get any better. Tuesday didn't get any better. Went to the doctor. Got the medications I talked about in my last video, or 2 videos ago, whatever that was. And called. Midway through the week and says my back's not improving at all. And I should probably go for an MRI. So I have the MRI scheduled. That is for Friday. So we're gonna get that done. Now, as far as the channel update goes, I don't know if I can continue doing 2 videos a week with my current state of my back. If you could see me right now, I'm not standing up straight. I can't physically stand up straight right now. So I may be taking a little bit of a, shall we call it, medical hiatus. This was not planned. I have some soaps that I really want to get out. Some sheets with some soaps that I have received from my channel sponsor, Grown Man Shave. There's 4 sitting underneath my counter right now. But if I can't make it through the shave without being in extreme pain to do a video, it's not worth it. The content's not going to be there because I'll be too focused on the amount of pain I'm in right now at the moment. And it just doesn't do anybody any good. So the only reason I'm able to kind of do things right now is shortly after I got out of the shower, I popped a Percocet. And the thing is kicking in. because the pain level's not as high as it used to be. When I was in the shower, it was no bueno. So, just note that this might be the last video I do for a little bit, as far as shaving goes, until I figure what's going on with my back. If I can't stand for the 15-20 minutes it might take me to do a shave, depending if I'm using a Chevette or not. If I can't do that without a whole lot of pain, I'm not recording it because that's something you guys don't want to see. I don't want to put that out there either. It's not entertaining. It doesn't look, it's just, I don't need that out there, you know? So I'm still trying to get the angle against the grain on some of these passes here with this razor. Overall, I really like the Henson. Not sure if you can see my hands kind of shaking a little bit here. That's not normal. That's a really nice razor. All right. I know I said it originally, my last video, kind of the impressions video with the Henson. It's a very nice razor. I have to get used to some areas with it because it is so mild. But would I recommend it? Honestly, yeah. This is the medium version. I mean, you see my growth. You've seen it since I've done the videos. The Henson can handle it. If I had a sharper blade, I think, like a feather in there right now, I wouldn't be having the leftover that I have. So, if you have really thick growth like I do, or some like Raza, use a nice super sharp blade like a feather, or even the blades that came with it, the RK chromium that were made specifically designed for the Henson. Those provided a really good shave. The times that I use those in here. I haven't used the other RK blades, the regular chromium and the regular stainless steel that aren't Henson branded, but I suspect they'll behave very nicely in this as well. So very, very nice razor. Good with a good sharp blade. That with a feather, I bet is just money, because you're not gonna feel any blade fill on that, even with a feather. But anyway, I'm going to cut this off now. We're at almost 20 minutes for a full fishy with a DE. Shouldn't take me that long. But anyway, the med's starting to kick in, so I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you guys again for tuning in, for your support. For those that are subscribed, not subscribed, that have made it this long, hit the subscribe button. So when there's gonna be more content. When that'll be, it may be once a week, it may not be for a couple weeks, we'll see. Depends on how I feel physically. Anyway, hope you all have a fantastic day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I'll catch you guys next time.